Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFB, and let's get it going. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. They start this playoff game with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He stopped him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Penn State running backs. I'm sure they're proud to see him run the football the way he is today.
Looking to pass here on second down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Makes the ground. It's Martin. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. The receiver grabs it. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. The
quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a very short chip shot from 22 yards out. He knocks it through with confidence. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Nice grab. It's Whittington. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it.
Now here he goes. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. An inside give now from the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The offense going with the hurry up. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The short completion of the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for a safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
You make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be first down. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And here's that wrinkle, the wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And he's brought down just short of a marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Tried to bounce him but couldn't get the cortical stop him for a loss.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a first-and-goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no. They're not backing down. They get penetration and come up with a tackle for a loss.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Runs out of bounds near the goal line. Couldn't quite get there. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why his team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Handoff from the shotgun.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Martin. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Incomplete, very lucky to avoid an interception there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Looking for a receiver. The sure hands, it's Martin. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Looking to throw it again. And that one's picked off. What a play. He can go. The 10. Touchdown, Georgia. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Boy, in an instant, Chris, you go from having a chance to cut into this lead to now being down double digits after the interception return for a touchdown. What a play by this defense.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Running out of time in the pocket. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And Man, they've had some great ones over the years, Chris. As you know, starting with our guy, David Pollock, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
And the returner will be brought down. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Back's got it again. Breaks free. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years. This young man is living up to that tradition today.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Pass ball is incomplete, but the defense may have jumped.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. Well, we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Gift to the offense with the offsides makes it 1st and 5. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So it looks like the penalty will be accepted by the head coach, and the offense will pick up some yardage there. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
2nd and 10 following the incompletion from the 37. They'll run it here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The pass rush closing in. Receiver makes the grab. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And the Bulldogs will look to convert here on 4th down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here.
I think it says a lot about this coach's confidence that he has in his team, that he sticks to running the football on fourth down. You know, a lot of teams, they might try to get cute, pull out a special play that they've been practicing for weeks. But not this guy. They just line up, run the ball, and pick it up.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. They bring him down, but that play will set up a first and goal now at the 10.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Touchdown, Dogs. This offense is still clicking. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is showing up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. No problem on the extra point, and the lead is 21-3 now. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The shotgun handoff here. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
You know, a lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum that comes off to a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
They look to throw it here on second down. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this first half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his second interception in the first half alone.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. The sure hands. It's Reynolds. And that play moves the ball across midfield. First down now from the 42. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. First down. They're going to throw the football. Pressure is coming. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. The quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39. The Bulldogs come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking downfield near the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, with another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
Extra point is good, and they're in front now, 28-3. The offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Wide open downfield. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
That massive play moves it across midfield to the plus 42. First down. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught near the sticks. It's Reynolds. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Throws it to the right. And he throws his third interception of the day. Could take it all the way. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that fifth defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Look out, room to run here. Wildcat look picks up a solid gain, but they're still short of the first. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick this away to get the second half going. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. To throw, it's Knight. That's reeled in. It's Hart. Football comes out. Falls on it himself to avoid disaster. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one.
Oh, my gosh. The defense did what they needed to do to rip that ball loose. It's on the ground. But for the offense, they're extremely fortunate that the receiver himself was able to recover the ball after that fumble.
So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. Oh, they spot a holding call. That'll back him up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. And looking for a big play here. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. You can't do that. That's an illegal forward pass. It'll cost him 5 yards. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. The Dogs will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to boot it away now. Coverage team brings down the returner. State offense is back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Delivers quickly to the left side. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it.
Touchdown, Penn State. That's how you finish a play. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. They can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Now the all-important extra point. You make the extra point and trail now 28-10. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
28, Penn State, 10.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10. What can they do here to make it 3rd and manageable? Scanning the field. It's Knight. He's running out of time here. Oh, the pass is picked off. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback. He feels the pressure. He wants to get rid of the ball. You can see what can happen when the pressure gets to that quarterback right in his face. The ball is up in the air. The defense is able to come down with it, not only for an interception, but they get a touchdown themselves.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so a little bit better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. The Soft were able to bring him down quickly. The Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's in the clear. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick in return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And they've got him. 2nd and goal for the offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Penn State. Tight end was wide open. How do they lose track of the big fella down there, Kirk?
I don't know. I wish I knew. The defense, to me, looks like they just were so locked in on defending the goal line, they forgot about the tight end. That'll probably be the easiest touchdown throw and catch we see of the game today.
What if we got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead.
Well, this is exactly how you climb back into a game. Great execution, not only in the touchdown, but then they get the 2-point conversion as well. And now it's a field goal game. Time to see if the defense can get a stop and capitalize on this shifting momentum.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And now the handoff. They bring him down right at the 20.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Looking to pass. It's Knight. Caught in the backfield. It's Davidson. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the 1st down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. QB keeper all the way. Looks like Georgia will have the 1st down. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They get him down with a big gainer to the 42.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Breaks free. The wildcat look doesn't get much that time. Just a few on the play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught quickly. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. Sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into open space. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Defense is coming after him. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on 3rd down. Now to set up a pivotal 4th down play. Question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. Makes it look easy.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Bringing pressure. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play calling? And that run produces a decent gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
That's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Grinding away on the ground. Powers through. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving. But there's still a lot of work here on third down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands and work his magic.
Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Someone moved this a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And it's a wildcat look here as they try to convert on third down. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Looking to convert on third down. They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Direct snap. Defense ready for the wildcat. Just a short gain. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive now, the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. That's caught. It's Martin. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Short completion there. Second down coming up. Looking for a man. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Boom, grab down the middle. It's Reynolds. And it's good for a first down to the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw yet again. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
I love this. He tries to hit his receiver on a quick slant against man coverage, but he didn't quite lead him enough, and the defender is able to break it up. Great first step by the defender to close the gap and make the play.
Caught over the middle. It's Martin. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs.
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
So the offense begins this drive backed up at the 4-yard line. Grinding away with their running game. The pickup was 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And the timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. The Dogs will look to convert here on 4th down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. The tackle is made, the clock runs out, and that will do it.
Georgia 34 and 25.